This is a less planned review of the Ruger Gunsite Scout. I'm reviewing this because I took this to the range, the same range trip as I got that Perfecta ammo that I was very disappointed in. And I have to say, this is the most fun I have had with a rifle in a very long time. Great rifle, not super accurate, not as accurate as some of the 700s I have, not as accurate as my 6.5 Grendel, which I will review sometime soon, but it's a brief review, accurate enough, accurate to 200 yards, accurate to 300 yards. We were hitting, 6-inch plates, yayish big, at 300 yards, no problem at all. So, a few quick things. You've probably seen lots of information on the Gunsite Scout all over the internet. People love it, or they don't, whatever. This is the factory magazine that came with it. It's metal, kind of heavy. You'll notice that when you put it into the rifle, it rattles. Kind of annoying. Not the best. But for $25, $30 from Midway USA, you can get one of these nice Ruger factory polymer mags, designed much thicker and much stronger than the P mags I have seen. They come with a cover, like a dust cover on top. This is a 5-round model I got because it was the least expensive and is the only one available. And when you slide it in, no play at all, no noises, looks good, well proportioned with the rifle. I think makes this a much nicer rifle than a... Sorry for the interruption. Battery ran out. Recording crushes batteries. So, as I was probably talking about, this rifle is mostly stock. Some of the things I've done to it, I've replaced the bird cage flash hider with this nice helical muzzle brake. And let me say, this is probably one of the best modifications I've made to this rifle. It looks good, it fits well with the rifle in my opinion, and it dramatically decreases recoil. Like, before I put this on this rifle was not pleasant to shoot at all. I mean, it was great, it was okay for a hunting rifle, but for shooting at the range, target practice, whatever, it sucked. Sucked. So, with the helical muzzle brake, it feels very similar to my other 308 rifle, which is a much heavier, probably 5-pound heavier 308 Remington 700. Other modifications, it has a Leopold, I believe it's an FX2 intermediate eye relief scope. It's a fixed 2.5 power. This scope was pretty darn expensive for what you're getting. It was $300, almost right on the dot. And it's, as I said before, it's fixed power, intermediate eye relief. The glass is not super clear in low light especially. It's clear enough, and I didn't really understand once I put this scope on this rifle why this scope was $300. And then I played with it in my hands a bit, and I realized this scope weighs probably half as much, maybe down to a third as much as a lot of the other cheaper intermediate eye relief scopes. So if you're looking to keep a rifle light, that scope, even though it's a little bit pricey, the optics are fine, but I would say borderline for $300. But for the weight, unbeatable. Absolutely ultra lightweight. Great rifle overall. Like I said, we were smacking targets at 300 yards, no problem, shooting cheap. If I can find a box, I might not be able to find a box. ZQI 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO ammunition. And this rifle was printing that ammo. My 55 grain Sierra Match Kings and my 178 grain Hornady AMAX reloads all at about the same point, which is pretty remarkable for a rifle. Like, my 700 points of aim shift all over the place. For the most part, I set this towards the center of all three of those, and all three of them were smacking the target at 300 yards, steel plates, no problem whatsoever. And I have to say, I brought this rifle, a 223 rifle, and my 308 rifle, my 308 700, my 223 700, and that Scout. And out of all the rifles, this rifle I expected to be the least shot, most uncomfortable to shoot, but it turns out both of the guys that I brought along spent more time shooting this rifle than anything else. So there's that. Great looking rifle, great shooting rifle. I've taken deer with it, no problem at all. Quiet, the action. You've probably seen people talk about the action. I mean, it's a little bit heavy, but compared to the Remington actions, it is pretty buttery smooth. The safety is nice. You know, it's got a click, pop, or you can very quietly. I guess not so quietly. When I hunt, I typically take and just pinch it forwards. Eek. No problem. No problem. Great, great, great rifle. Trigger's good too. So anyways, maybe I'll have a video of shooting it. It's kind of hard to take videos shooting these rifles. When I get to reviewing some of the carbine stuff I have and some of the handguns, I can probably go to the range and shoot some video of range trips. But anyways, like, subscribe, share, leave feedback. I love to make these videos better. I need help and guidance doing that. So, thank you so much for watching, and adios.